when you have that team member who is a great performer, they do whatever they need to do really, really well, but the way they interact with other team members or your clients and customers makes you cringe, it's because there's an immutable law violation in there, and you need to get them off the team because they're undermining the culture in the business.
You work hard in your business. On the Profit by Design podcast, we ask the big question. What has your business done for you lately? Hi, I'm Dr. Sabrina Starling. I'm the business psychologist, the author of the 4-Week Vacation and the How to Hire the Best series, as well as the founder of Tap the Potential, where we coach entrepreneurs like you to design sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. Because after all, we believe work supports life, not the other way around. Weekly on the Profit by Design podcast, we bring you tips, tools, and strategies from our own experiences and from the experiences of our guests who are entrepreneurial thought leaders and real life entrepreneurs, all to support you in making intentionally profitable and sustainable business decisions to live the lifestyle you desire.
Your business has a culture. Do you know what it is? Hey there, I want to talk to you today about how to intentionally create a culture in your business that is going to help you attract just the right people for your team. So there are A players out there in the world, but not every A player is right for your business. And it's important that you attract the A players who are a good fit for your business. I've had lots of conversations with business owners who'll tell me, I hired this person. They came highly recommended. Their skill set looks really great on paper. They did well in the interview, but I brought them in and I am so uncomfortable with how they interact with our team and our clients that I just don't think I can keep them around. And I feel awful because I've spent all this time recruiting them and getting them here, and I just don't feel good about keeping them. And then that's a real quandary to be in. And so what's going on in that situation is there is a poor fit with the team members' core values and the core values of the business owner. When you have that feeling of something that a team member is doing is making you cringe, there's a violation of one of your immutable laws, and you have a significant opportunity to claim your immutable laws and make those the seeds of the culture in your business and turn your business into a place that A players want to work in because they feel like, oh, everyone here gets me. We're all in this together. This is a real team. What brings people together in that way are common values. So today on the Profit by Design podcast, I'm going to be walking you through how to identify what your core values are and how to turn those into the immutable laws of the business. Time and again, when we ask people what's some of the most impactful things that you have done in your business from the result from you working with the Tap the Potential team, one of the things that comes up the most often are clarifying immutable laws and then using those to create the culture in your business. So let's talk about the difference between core values and aspirational values. If you've done any values work in the past and you have values that you've identified for your business, there's a good chance that you have aspirational values and not core values. We want to get to what your core values are. So aspirational values are values that you aspire to, that you want to be like someday, but they're not really how things happen. So on a day-to-day basis. So an example for me is I have an aspirational value to be, super healthy and eat only health food. I aspire to that. That's not the reality of my day-to-day choices. My day-to-day choices are, you know what? I like to eat healthy as much as I can. And I also enjoy splurging sometime and having a pizza or going out for a nice meal and eating really rich food. And so that's what is going on in actuality. And so we want you to identify the values that you have in your business that actually happen, that you live and breathe every single day. And the way to get to these is there's two powerful questions you can ask yourself. One powerful question is, what's made you proud lately? And reflect on the times where you felt really proud, either from feedback that you've received from a client or customer, or something that you've observed a team member do, or even in your own family, something that has happened where you felt really proud. Identify what specifically happened and what is it about that situation that led to you feeling proud. Whatever we're proud of aligns with our core values. So that's kind of a big sign pointing to, here's a core value over here because you feel proud of this. And so you want to identify what that is and try to capture that in words. Another powerful question to identify your core values is to think about what's ticked you off recently. So the things that have made you angry recently or frustrated you point to a violation of one of your immutable laws. So if you think about, okay, this team member did this recently and it made me angry, try to point to what is it about that team member's action that made you feel angry or upset, and identify the value that was violated in it. So what you want to do from this is to start to put words and language around your core values. So at Tap the Potential, we have work supports life, not the other way around. That's one of our core values. We believe in freedom and flexibility for all on our team and in our clients. We want everyone to be at choice. So that doesn't mean, though, that you can be irresponsible, because we have another core value that says, we take care of our top clients. We serve the heck out of them. That means we show up. So you have freedom and you have responsibility, and that's woven in through our core values, our immutable laws at Tap the Potential. Another example of an immutable law that we have is mistakes are learning opportunities. I firmly believe that we need to learn from our mistakes and look at how we can grow and improve. And what this actually creates is an environment at Tap the Potential where no one is afraid to make mistakes. Team members are afraid to take chances and take risks and try new things because we're innovative, and I want everyone on our team doing that. If people were afraid I was going to get mad at them for mistakes, they wouldn't be innovating. They wouldn't be putting themselves out there and trying new things. And it's only through team members trying new things will we continue to hone and refine what we're delivering. And I also, along with that, believe that whenever a mistake happens, we need to look first at our systems and not the people, not the team members. So I don't go pointing fingers and saying, oh, so-and-so really screwed up. That's all their fault. My question becomes, well, what part of our system is weak? What do we need to strengthen? And so I'm sharing this with you so that you can start thinking about, well, what are your immutable laws? They come from your core values, and then start paying attention to the phrases and the words that you say over and over when you're talking with your team or your clients and customers, because those tend to reflect your immutable laws. So you want to capture that. Ultimately, you want to aim to have 5 to 7 immutable laws for your business. 3 is great because that's very succinct. Usually we see about 5. And if you go beyond 5, it becomes harder to remember all the immutable laws. And you really want the immutable laws to be easy to remember, and you want to be sharing stories. This is where the immutable laws really become how you create culture in your business. So when I bring on team members at Tap the Potential, I share stories that illustrate how different team members have been a gift from their gifts at different times with our clients and really shown up and supported our clients. I share stories of how our team members have had good work-life balance and continued to be responsible in delivering what their key result they're responsible for on our team, even as they flex and juggle life's demands and taking time off and taking care of themselves. And so it's through this storytelling that you really create culture. And a great thing to do with your immutable laws is when you have team meetings or team huddles, look for opportunities to acknowledge your team members for exemplifying, acting in alignment with those immutable laws, because that again reinforces to the entire team this is how we do it around here. So that's how you use those immutable laws to really start creating culture. And what you'll find in a very short period of time, once you have clarified the immutable laws, started talking about them, you'll notice some team members get very excited about your immutable laws and they want to talk to other people about them, which, by the way, that helps you recruit more A players when your A players are out there in the world talking about your immutable laws. But you'll also notice some team members that seem bored and disinterested when you start talking about immutable laws. Pay attention to that, because that's a sign they're not a good fit for your culture. And you've probably sensed it all along. You just didn't have a way to express it. And once you have your immutable laws clarified, it's really easy to see which immutable law they are out on and to have a conversation with them and say, you know what? It's becoming clearer and clearer to me that some things that we do here really fit for you, but other ways of how we do things here don't work for you. And here's what I'm observing. This one particular thing is not in alignment with who you are. I want to support you in finding another opportunity that's going to be a better fit for you. And you start transitioning that team member out, because you want team members whose core values closely align with the immutable laws of the business. When you have that team member who is a great performer, they do whatever they need to do really, really well, but the way they interact with other team members or your clients and customers makes you cringe, it's because there's an immutable law violation in there, and you need to get them off the team because they're undermining the culture in the business. So the other piece that I want to share with you around this is how to use your immutable laws to attract the A players that you want on your team. So when you have the immutable laws and they're out there, you're talking about them, they're in your social media, you're acknowledging team members in your social media when they're exemplifying your immutable laws, you're showing up in their networks. And the immutable laws are what attract A players to your team. When you have great friendships and great relationships with people in your life, if you pay attention, there's a glue that kind of binds you all together with those people. And it's because there's core values in common. So we have a saying at Tap the Potential that A players hang together, because they do. And when you find a group of A players, you'll find that they hang together because of the core values, the immutable laws that are shared. So your immutable laws become a beacon attracting the right team members to your business. They also become a way of repelling the wrong team members. So in the How to Hire the Best course, one of the things that I teach you is how to use your immutable laws as a filter, a screening mechanism at every stage of your hiring process, including the job ads. So many job ads that are written the traditional way don't reference immutable laws, or they do it in a very generic way that doesn't do anything to filter out the wrong people or attract the right people for you. So I teach you how to use your immutable laws very powerfully in your job ads. And I also show you how to use your immutable laws all throughout the hiring process, so that by the time you get to interviewing, you're only spending time with people who, 2 or 3 people that you feel like any one of them could be a great fit for our company, so that your interview process, the time demand for that really decreases. And you spend a lot less time looking at applications along the way, so that those immutable laws really become a tremendous filter. And then as you are onboarding team members, you start telling the stories of the immutable laws, and that allows you to really start to build the culture in the business. And the other side of immutable laws is that you also want to be attracting clients and customers who hold immutable laws in common with you, because those are the clients and customers that are going to be the easiest to do business with. And they're going to extend grace when mistakes happen. They're not going to beat you up, because there's good alignment with your immutable laws. And when you bring on clients and team members who hold similar values, that's where you get this experience of your team members being excited to go to work every day to serve your top clients. And it creates an experience for you as the business owner of, wow, this business is a lot easier to run and manage all of a sudden, because a lot of the people problems are going away. Like, just let yourself think about that for a minute. How much of your work week is consumed with people problems? When you clarify your immutable laws, you are decreasing your people problems. So talk about $10,000 an hour time right there. That saves you so much money and so much heartache down the road. So come join us in the How to Hire the Best course. This is the last time I'm offering the How to Hire the Best course this year. And so if you want A players on your team in 2023, you need to be in this offering of the How to Hire the Best course. This is not something to put off until next year. Get in there now because you're going to start setting yourself up for success to attract the A players that you need on your team. Let's make you that employer of choice that's offering a great place to work for the A players that you want on your team. Go over to tapthepotential.com/course, get signed up, and let's go. Let's get you those A players. Thank you for spending time with us today. Join our conversation in the Entrepreneurs Take Your Life Back Facebook community at tapthepotential.com/group. Share your aha moments from today's episode, ask me questions, and join in on the fun with your fellow entrepreneurs on the journey to designing sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. And finally, share today's episode with a friend if you know a friend who would enjoy it. This is real life business. Keep your chin up, keep moving forward. You got this. If you've gotten value from today's show, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you are a repeat listener of the podcast, know that we greatly appreciate you at Tap the Potential. And to that end, I have a request. Please consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you're listening on. Our reviews help other entrepreneurs like you to find us. Be a part of our movement to help entrepreneurs take your life back from your business.